like the max HP is that important. Huh. I think it's Hand of Greed over Apotheosis. Watcher really likes having a card that deals 20 damage. And the 20 gold is kind of like bonus. It's relevant bonus too. It's like very real upside. Because you get... It'll buy you like a rare relic and a card remove or something like that over the course of a run, which is really good on Watcher. Apotheosis has the problem... Apotheosis has two problems. One is Watcher ends fights on turn 1 a lot, so how are you going to draw it? The other is Watcher has small decks a lot, so you may just be able to upgrade all the important cards without it. Apotheosis would be good in Act 1 though, for sure. It's just like... do not actually think it is the thing that we need. Right. So now that I'm here, I would of course like to Hand of Greed, which makes things complicated. But usually we get a Hand of Greed with 0 damage this fight. What was my last card in my drop pile? I think it was a Defend. Just wondering if I ever take 6 there. I didn't really think about it. I don't hate a Cut Through Fate. I also don't love a Cut Through Fate. It seems like it helps with Hand of Greed though, and it's just like a passable card to begin with. Inexaru! Are they making a 5th character for Slay the Spire? I like they'd finish their 4th one first, right? Ouch. Head straight into Calm here. So if I hit another strike, I'm sort of screwed. If I hit Vigilance, it's worse than drawing Defend. I think I just take 2, and I get 20 gold. And that is okay. I could have stayed in Wrath, and I would have basically lost the chance to trade 2 health for 20 gold there. And I think I'm happy to trade 2 health for 20 gold, so... Alright, let's hit our first chop. I have accumulated enough gold for a toolbox. That is an okay relic. There's also a Nunchaku here, which is good. There's an Inner Piece. So we can go Inner Piece card remove if we were really into trying to force the infinite as hard as possible. I think I'm okay with the toolbox though. I don't imagine this run we have to try super hard to force an infinite with a starting Hand of Greed. Why does the music hurt? Oh. I'm not sure. This should be 2 Hand of Greeds. Pretty easily, I imagine. Hey, Flap Freak. Isn't that game good? I have been, like, dreaming about Slay the Spire and Against the Storm recently. They've been enjoyable dreams. A wheel kick to go with my Hand of Greed. Wheel kick maybe lets me fight the Super Elite as well. The Super Elite's, like, what I want to do, but I'm perhaps a little bit too weak for it at the moment. So one option would be just go this way, and it's like, it's fine. There's nothing super wrong with that. The other option is perhaps I can take the wheel kick and just fight the Super Elite. And with 52 health, I'm not in too much danger, I just might take some damage. Hey then B. The title for this run sucks. Please pick another. I don't even know what you're talking about. Hey Mayashi. I do not. I haven't logged into YouTube in like weeks. You will need to address that to the people who actually do the titles for my YouTube stuff. Max HP Gremlin Up does seem kind of shitty, to be honest. Two ways to play this. Take 16 here and almost certainly kill next turn. But sometimes I like potentially die next turn. I don't think I can die next turn, can I? If I drew 4 defends and a strike, I would die next turn. But I'd still have an insight. I'd have to draw 4 defends, a strike, and then insight into 2 more strikes. Then I'd die. I'm okay with taking that risk. I'm not in your top 4 watched channels. Who are you even watching out there? What are you even doing with your life? Oh. So here's the deal. If I'm not going for infinite stuff, I would like to have multiple mental fortresses. On the other hand, my deck is kind of clunky. But now I have a mental... Or, who cares about the mental fortress? Now I have a meat on the bone. So there's a lot more room for my deck to be clunky without it being dangerous for me. So I guess that's fine. Will there be a YouTube video about Against the Storm? Check out the start of the VOD from yesterday. I did an explanation run of it. Should link to that on the Discord, I guess. How much I want upgrades versus hallway fights, where hallway fights are giving me 20 gold, or even more than that sometimes, and I have a meat on the bone. I have like skin coming off my finger for some reason. I'm just like falling apart. I don't know. I guess I have a callus from rock climbing. That is giving up. Yikes, so far. That's a long work call. I mean, I'm gonna get an upgrade there, right? That'll be... The upgrades I'd like right now are Mental Fortress and Hand Upgrade. I don't really care that much about the other stuff. Probably want question marks more than anything else. This has 2, this has 2, so they both have the same number of those. Let's go this way. Apotheosis gives me more gold. Outstanding. Toolbox and Hand of Greed combining. Oh my god, that's so hot. Perfect Goku! Hand of Greed is so hot right now. So I actually want to take 5 damage. I don't believe I'm going to. Just take my 50 gold. But Conclude. Conclude is not a terrible card here. Crescendo is also not a terrible card here. Your second wrath source is pretty important when you have a deck this large. I think I'll just take the Crescendo. I'm okay with Strawberry. One of the main ways that I die is by having very, very poor early turns and like Now I just have a larger buffer before that kills me. Nice health, agree. Max HP is good with meat on the bone. Yeah, for like most of the same reasons, I would say. I think drawing Vigilance next turn is fine. Maybe I kill anyway, but I can kill anyway. Okay, fine. Wait a second. Does playing Vigilance gain me health? I take 8, I go to exactly 35, which is actually one too many, isn't it? Meditate's excellent. And pear, working on our fruit salad. My strikes are not particularly good. I'm kind of into oddly smooth stone, weirdly. I don't know. I'm having a wild one here. Talk to the hand would be a natural thing to grab, but I don't actually attack that many times. I already have one mental fortress as well, so I'm not really like lacking behind in block solutions for longer fights. I'd like to remove strikes and defends at about the same pace at the moment. I think I'll remove a strike first. Oof, and an air. That's rough. Foresight's not a terrible card. There are so many ways to win from here as Watcher. So many ways to win from here as Watcher. I'm gonna try an oddly smooth stone just because, like, when does anybody ever buy oddly smooth stone on Watcher? I certainly haven't many times in my life. I don't want my question mark to be a store, so taking it this order removes a 2% chance that would be a store, which is like minuscule but perhaps relevant. This was a better floor than a store would have been. I think I might want to conclude still. I don't really have any solution for fights with multiple enemies at the moment. Okay, my solution is I block for a long time and play Hand of Greed over and over again. I don't have a good solution though. I'm okay with staying in the site for at least one more turn. Another Kiwi. I paid 3 health for 20 gold. Fine. Fine. Empty Fist is okay. Flurry, I feel, kind of solves the same thing that Conclude did, which is weird. I'm okay taking an empty fest. Blind can never do anything, right? Maybe this will make it do something. You're in the 1% chatters in this community. I will await your apology. I think people... like... I think that people slightly underestimate how often someone just stops by, sends one message, and then never hangs out on the channel ever again. Which is, like, cool. That's allowed. Am I trying to Hand of Greed 3 times? I'm not trying to Hand of Greed 3 times. I have a lot of health to play around with too, right? I can go to 39 and I'll effectively heal, so... yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with stopping by and sending one message and then never chatting again. That is completely reasonable. It would be better to take 10 than to not take 10. How about taking a 1? Taking 7. I don't want to take 7. I want to take 10. I'll just take the full 10. Hey Cybron, Nutrient Strands. I'm just coming here from YouTube. What's the chance you get to the top 50%? I don't know if to be a chatter you have to have sent a chat message. I did get 3 Handed Greeds. Also got a Smiling Mask, which means I have an absolute abundance of gold, because I was planning to spend most of the gold on card removes. So we'll get some extra relics out of that. I don't really want these. Alright, someone convinced me not to upgrade Hand Upgrade. I guess in theory I'm tracking mistakes, which implies that I should be trying to make the right play, doesn't it? I think the right play is to upgrade Meditate. I don't think Hand of Greed is wrong by that much, though. I think it's probably worse than upgrading Conclude. It might be worse than upgrading Empty Fist. It might be worse than upgrading Mental Fortress, and it might be worse than upgrading Crescendo. I think it's slightly better than upgrading Wheel Kick. So it's probably like the 5th best upgrade. At worst. That means it's a top 50th percentile upgrade. It basically sent one message in chat. Augusta. Game is sweet. More gold gives the thieves more value. They can't steal as much as I already have. But maybe we'll fight them after a store or something. I'm about to go into Slime Boss fight though, like... In Slime Boss fight, I can get an extra 20 gold just out of that upgrade immediately. What's not to like? I think Metamorphosis is fine. I feel like I've commented this before, so it's clearly something that I really believe. I really truly believe that if you hand upgrade Slime Boss before it splits, you should get 100 gold instead of 25 gold. Like, it should count as killing 4 enemies. It doesn't make sense within the rule set of the game, but from a flavor perspective, it would be such a huge win. Same for feed? Agree. Same for feed. Okay, so, I mean... Gosh. Feed exhausts, though? Yeah, but shouldn't be punished for that fact, I don't think. Meat on the bone is turned on now. I'm not sure I'm getting more than one. It's too bad. Hey Josh. Actually, I don't know. I have a lot of slimes on my deck is the problem, right? Alright, I got 2. I paid some health, but it wasn't that much health, right? So like 2 health for an extra 50 gold. Seems clearly correct. You don't want these. Do you want Pyramid? Coffee Dripper's okay here. Pyramid seems better. Being on the bone is so nutty it changes the whole run. It certainly does, yeah. Being on the bone is a very, very, very rule-changing relic in terms of what you want to do after you pick it up. You're going to get far more card rewards than you're used to, so that changes like what sort of deck you can expect to build in terms of like, can I expect to put together 3 synergistic cards by the end of the run? Like, becomes a lot more likely if you're seeing a lot more card rewards because you're going to every hallway fight. Stuff like that. I guess I'd rather have that shop than this one because I get more gold before it. I think I just want hallway fights over question marks. I don't really want apparitions. I don't want bites. I'd like card removes, that's the main thing that question marks can give me that I'm excited about. I'm getting 2 up here, and they're late act question marks, so they can also have like arena and stuff. What late act 2 events are there other than arena? I think it might actually just be arena. Okay, well, whatever. Hitachi. The thieves are here for my hard-earned gold. They have been Uno reversed. Also, Hand of Greed should give you double gold if you're in Wrath. There are just a variety of ways that Hand of Greed should be buffed specifically for Watcher. Watcher is not strong enough yet. Turtle Slingshot thanks to the 8 months. This is such a ludicrously strong card reward. It may actually be Inner Peace over Rushdown. I'm gonna take Rushdown, I think. It can definitely be Inner Peace here over Rushdown, though. I'm a little bit strapped for energy at the moment. These Spectorials. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll play more of that later today. I don't know how I'll be feeling later today. The juicy pressure points. I didn't know what you were talking about, so I had to look at the card reward and notice that there was a pressure points here for the first time. Definitely didn't bother registering the other card. I only have 15 cards. Getting down to an infinite from here is... It's just a matter of finding one purity, basically. Okay, and maybe some other stuff. I'll take a Rushdown because it, like, if I also get an Establishment, it feels like it starts to be really strong. I don't know. There are a variety of ways where it can become really strong. $68. $59. $73. Next turn, I guess. Next turn is just up. Imagine going to a Watcher card reunion and being pressure points. Imagine being pressure points just in any situation. Nope. What happens if you use Omniscience on Hand of Greed? It will hit a random target twice, and if it kills that random target, it will give you gold. Panacea's okay. Sure. Nothing super wrong with Panacea here. Is the Hand of Greed upgrade better than the Meditate upgrade yet? It's definitely been fine. I would say it has been fine. Could have used a block push on there, perhaps. I'm gonna mark that as a mistake. Am I? No, I'm not. I have hate on the bone. It's weird. Like, do I really want to stay above 38 health here? 39 health here? Kind of, but also kind of not. Grifflonger. Pomelo juice, hello. Another rushdown? I don't think I need to take that rushdown at this point. I think I'm good. Holt is kind of interesting. It's good with Oddly Smooth Stone and Pyramid, but I'm not taking it, I don't think. Alright, shopping. What a fucking shop. What a fucking shop. Imagine not buying card remove for 50 gold in a watch it run. I'm 4 gold short though of Medkit Sundial card remove. I don't think I care about Lesson Learned, I already have a Hand of Greed. Medkit Sundial card remove. I guess no Sundial. Sundial Deep Breath. It could be kind of fun. Medkit's like effectively 2 card removes for late game. So I just need 4 more. I bought Medkit and card remove to get down to 10 cards. I can be at 11 cards, right? Potentially. Depends. Medkit's also sort of nice for making sure I don't somehow die to slavers out of nowhere or something like that. I don't think that's likely to happen, but also I am going to this shop, so saving some money makes sense. You get tempted into Lesson Learned. Lesson Learned's a really fun card. I don't think I would lose if I clicked on Lesson Learned right now. And also it would look really pretty because all my cards would upgrade. But since I already have a Hand of Greed anyway, I don't think it's a priority to do that. I'm bummed that I didn't get the Sundial. Sundial means that I need to put a 1-cost comp card in my deck to go infinite. I can't just go infinite of Vigilance. Or like an Establishment would also work. Hatchling. Oh, I have a Swift Strike in my hand. Mistakes. I'm kind of asleep right now. I will probably make lots of mistakes like that. I might not even notice mistakes like that today. Anyway, that's fine. Chat will send me a spreadsheet of all the mistakes I missed. I'm so lucky. The consequence of my mistake was that nothing bad happened, so this is not a situation where making mistakes is a particular concern for me. I wish I had Lesson Learned so I could take the Tranquility I'm being offered. Maybe I can take it without Lesson Learned. Possible. A deck like this definitely wants like 1 or 2 Tranquilities and 1 or 2 Crescendos. Just to generate a bunch of energy and draw cards with Rushdown and make block with Mental Fortress. It's less important with Pyramid, of course, but like you're still happy to have them. They're good on turn 1, 2, 3, and then they exhaust to get out of the way of your infinite later. Can mods edit the title, please? What's wrong with the title? Is it mistakes, not mistake? Okay. I have edited for you, sorry. I would have 12 more health if I'd used the block thing earlier. I don't know if I want 3 concludes in my deck. My inclination is that I don't. Furnace just died? Oof. How cold is it there? This is not a good time of year for that to happen. I use the exploding pot to get a Hand of Greed activation. What else is there here? There's probably just a full block. Mental Fortress is kind of ludicrous. Okay. This character. Maybe Mental Fortress should block for less. Maybe it should be balanced more like Feel No Pain. And less like Mental Fortress. You know, actually, Feel No Pain was initially blocks for 4 and 6. I wonder what would happen if you nerfed Mental Fortress down to 3 and 4 like Feel No Pain got nerfed. I think so, 20 months DKV. Neat that Mental Fortress and Metallicize are both 1-cost powers. Yeah, I don't think they're intended to be comparably powerful. Like, I think it is very much intended that Metallicize is, like, good at the start of a run, and Mental Fortress is good more toward the end of the run. Same with Metallicize versus Feel No Pain. Unless I get an establishment, I don't really want a second rushdown, especially when I have to upgrade. Hand of Greed should read deal 25 damage if fatal and gain as much gold as damage dealt. Yeah, something like that. It would be very wordy though, wouldn't it? So I want to take 10. Yep, I want to take 10. And then I want to draw 4, so I don't want to play any other cards. Kind of slipping under the radar here is how every other relic on my bar other than Meat on the Bone and Pyramid doesn't do anything. It's like they're all here to enjoy winning the run, as the Watcher card pool and Meat on the Bone wouldn't for us. A limit break strength deck with Hand of Greed. Hell yeah. This is what the people need. If I take Sapphire Key here, I can just take a Cursed Key at the end of the act, which would be fine. I would be okay with Cursed Key. If I take this, it's like a little bit weird. I don't want to be forced into having a pain in my deck forever or something like that. And I'd like to be able to take Cursed Key, so I think it's fine to just take the Sapphire Key there. That's real mean to pair. I mean, look. The relics aren't doing nothing. I'm obviously exaggerating. I personally purchased more than one of them, so... Is it time for Hand of Greed to go away? I don't think so. Pretty sure I'm still into it. Deva form would be an interesting way to scale this deck the rest of the way. Tornado on Rushdown. I am slightly concerned about my damage output. I don't think I'm concerned enough to buy a Mercury Hourglass that feels like a bit of an overreaction. What about an Alpha? Oh my god, what about Alpha? Oh my god, what about Alpha? Wait. It beats Hyper Beam, man. Alpha plus Spoon. Oh my god, that's very funny to me. Alpha plus Spoon. I might actually take the Hourglass here. Very strange to feel like I want an Hourglass's Watcher in this spot. It's just like, what do I spend my money on this run? I need 2 more card removes. I need 3 more card removes and a 1-cost Calm entry. And I'm infinite. Other than that, I want to spend my money on survivability, which I don't have worked out yet at all. But none of the things in the shop do that, so I cannot currently spend my money on survivability here. And Hourglass makes me feel more comfortable upgrading, going into a potential Slavers fight. Like, I'd like to upgrade Meditate, probably. And also makes me feel a bit more comfortable about Hyper Beam Man fight, because it's like an extra fire potion that fight or whatever. Kind of more than that, because I'll probably kill the ads in that fight. Deva form not bad here. I agree. I think Deva form's pretty good here. It is very slow. Pick Sharkings to 30 months. You're welcome, Limix. What does Alpha do? That is a great question. Your next question may be, what does Beta do? And then, what does Omega do? Which is another great question. It eventually gives you a 3-cost power that deals 50 damage to everything at the end of every turn. Everything except for yourself. Feels like a very roundabout way to just buy a Mercury Hourglass. Like, on average, Mercury Hourglass probably deals more damage. Good morning, Sassy. I can get card draw for survival. Well, I don't generate energy yet. My only column is Vigilance Meditate. So, not really. I could bottle Mental Fortress, but yeah. I could buy a Duplication Pot. That might actually be the strongest thing in the store. But I feel like my current potions are good, so... Sucks to discard an Explosive Pot and then walk into Slavers, right? Duplication Pot doesn't work on Conclude in that fight. I'm just gonna buy this one. Society Dad, thanks for the 10 months. Sorry, I had the number 50 in my head. One more energy? One energy is a good upgrade. There's not much reason to upgrade Meditate. So it's like one more energy or 4 more damage on Conclude. But I bought this, so I shouldn't need the Conclude. Just take one more energy. More Hands of Greed? So many Hands of Greed. So far we have played 1 turn, and Mercury Hourglass was responsible for 2 enemies dying so far. Yeah, it just felt like there were lots of breakpoints where Hourglass mattered here. I don't know. Sure. I have been offered a lot of block potions. That's fine though. I bet there's a lot of thinking you can do about how to exactly maximize this deck for this fight. I have no interest in thinking at this time. The right block potion is close to its expiration date. Okay, good to know. Strike upgrade relevant? Gorgeous. Hand upgrade's the most damage for energy in my deck, except for Conclude. Very nearly. Hey, Stammy. Arthur, thanks for the 41 months. take 13, which is like kind of perfect-ish. Just turns meat on the bone back on. Alright, good act. Good Memories is a good potion. Establishment here. Establishment, and we no longer have to worry about how we win the game. And then I need to work out how to be faster. That's the one that was expiring, right? This is important to me. It feels like 2 card removes are going to be better than pretty much anything. Violet Lotus is kind of good. But yeah, 2 card removes just seems better. Gonna be like an hour and a half long run where I'm theoretically thinking. Guess I didn't spend that long thinking. Card remove, card remove. Card remove is just a lot better than what the elite fights do, so there's no reason not to just go to the card removes. Plus 16. It feels kind of like I just missed 75 gold, but okay. Minus 75 gold to make the run harder and much more fair to the Spire. I think mostly to not take 30 damage. but sure. We can go with what you said too. Do I want another meditate? Not much. Not much. Say the relic's not working. I still haven't turned that on again. Does it work again? Because it wasn't working for a long time, so I turned it off because it lags my game if it's not working. And I haven't turned it on again. But I also haven't played Spire for like a week, so maybe it's working now and I should turn it on. I could turn it on after this run if it's working again. It's simple enough to do. Is there something that I could mirror that would matter? Rushdown? Not really. Your no evil's not terrible. Also not really necessary though. The trick here is not dying on turn 2 or 3 of the heart fight and the act 4 elite fight. I have decent potions to do that with. Maybe I do need a mental fortress though. How bad could another mental fortress be? I'm going immediately to another shop, so it is losing me whatever's in the other shop. But I think another mental fortress is quite good. Especially as I get more and more card removes and we're increasingly down to just the stance swapping cards. Okay, chat. Okay, chat. I think they got it. Mirroring Hand of Greed, surely they'll play. Yeah, maybe. Pyramid also count as retain. Pyramid is don't discard, which is different from retain. It is weird because it's functionally the same as retain basically, but it is technically a different thing. You can be forgiven for finding that confusing because it is confusing. It's very reasonable to find that confusing. It would be weird not to. Gambling chub? That feels like it wins me that run. I do not hate this tranquility at all. Now that I have double mental fortress. Also, I feel like the gambling chip makes it a lot better too. You vaguely remember pyramid establishment shenanigans. I don't think that's ever worked. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's ever worked. Yeah, okay, compared to Magic the Gathering's rule set, I think everything inside the Spire makes a tremendous amount of sense, actually, so... Magic the Gathering, oh my god. Some of that stuff. With layers and shit, oh my god. Shout out to Oddly Smooth Sound, which has actually been doing fine this round. Just quietly helping. Reading the card explains the card. Oh my god. I remember a lengthy argument I had with a childhood friend who thought that Counterspell couldn't counter creatures because Remove Soul was the one that could counter creatures. Because he read the card and it said Remove Soul. Counter target creature spell, and he was like, therefore something that says counter target spell can't counter a creature spell. Could not make him see reason. Tried my hardest. I kind of want to get rid of Conclude now. I just want to play Meditate every turn, really, right? What does Conclude do? It's okay against Reptimancer, maybe. I think I have a variety of ways to be okay against Reptimancer. Maybe it's better than Defend. Defend is okay against the Heart sometimes. We're getting down into the weeds now. I'm probably just going to remove the other one at the next shop, so let's just not think about it. that seems easier than thinking about it. Master of Strategy is fine, Dark Shackles is fine. Both fine. Reading the card explains the card. In parenthesis, badly. Wait, Eruption, what are you doing here? I didn't play Establishment. Just like a perfectly played fight, really. Gonna recall, how's the Spire treating me today? Well, I'm not losing at the moment. How am I going to hand upgrade literally every single one of these enemies? Feels difficult. I always loved the idea that Magic the Gathering duels were waged by super powerful reality warping wizards who are just like normal people. Sometimes games end when a guy harnesses the power of a god to create infinite mana and deal infinite damage. Other times it's just a lot of rats. 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 Where are the rats? I liked the flavor of Magic, and then it like changed. Feels like more like a Marvel universe now than whatever it used to be. I don't even know what it used to be. Planeswalkers striding across the eons of existence or whatever. 8 fucking bears. I don't know if you've ever fought a bear, but $100 gold later. Might as well look. Why not? That was the same. Not quite. Almost, though. Same first two. So I could have a lot of copies of Apotheosis. Just confirming that that doesn't do anything. It upgrades my starting Miracle. That's kind of it. Could have a Bandage up. Could have a Purity, but I do not need a Purity. I think I'm good. I could have 2 Apotheosis so that I could upgrade my first Apotheosis with my second one. Or my second one with my first one. I would really, you know, get to choose there one way or another. I'm just going to upgrade Establishment. An all-powerful, unknowable eldritch horror from beyond time and space can be completely stopped in its tracks by a squirrel and killed by 15 squirrels. There's a certain amount of suspension of disbelief expected of the player, I think. Violet Lotus would have allowed to go infinite with Purity. I am already infinite. But yes, like I could have gone infinite otherwise. Didn't I already have Establishment before then, though? Pretty sure I already had Establishment before then. Yeah, I took Establishment as my rare card. I ever manage to go infinite +1 regularly? Yeah. You can make squirrels have reach. You can cast spells on squirrels. Trust me. Do you think squirrels are just suffering from a failure to solve a collective action problem? That's why they haven't taken over the world? It's an interesting stance. He bolt the burb. Mercury Hourglass should bypass intangible like the boot does. Look. There's a lot of power creep in this game. But at some point we just have to take a stand and say, you can't make everything as strong as the boot. Looking for a mental fortress? If they added the glove, what would it do? I feel like gloves are usually crit chance in games, but I don't really understand why. But I'm going to guess it would do something crit chance related, because that's what the other gloves seem to do. Why is that? Is that consistent, or is that just like a teamfight tactics thing, which I'm assuming is everything else as well? Gloves give crit and dexterity. They let you play multiple cards at the same time, since picking up a single card with gloves on is not feasible. Attack speed in Dota? Interesting. Is that a TFT thing instead of a LOL thing? Laughing out loud? What does that have to do with it? League of Legends. League of Legends also had really cool Planeswalker lore that then like turned into something weird. I don't even remember what they did. It's weird though. Oh, that's weird, BBK. It's strange how common it is for people to be just like profusely awful. Right? It's like kind of weird. Remember when you got Jorbs to play LOL and then it didn't launch? Sounds like League of Legends. what about the new player experience? What new player experience? We got some Hands of Greed to play. Not enough block? That's enough block. Played the Hands of Greed. Alright, cool. Have you tried any asymmetric 1v1 strategy board games like War of the Ring or Star Wars Rebellion? Asymmetric 1v1 strategy board games? Asymmetric 1v1 strategy board games? Is chess asymmetric? Moltrap, thanks for the 74 person raid. Welcome in, Moltrap viewers. I think the one that I can remember that was like that I played was... And I'm not saying this is like a cornerstone of the genre or whatever. We're talking about asymmetric 1v1 board games right now for people who just came in. Also, Moltrap is an excellent content creator who has been making StarCraft and other strategy gaming related content for many, many, many years. Decades now, probably. Recommend checking out his channel. There was like a Batman game that was basically paper, scissors, rock, but they'd framed it differently. So it was like you were the Joker and you had to try to catch Batman, and you did that by deploying certain traps, and then Batman could choose 3 different ways to escape, like Batmobile, Batplane, just fucking walking. I don't know what the other one was. And then depending on which ones you chose, one person won, the other person lost. It was just rock, paper, scissors. I generally like asymmetric board games a lot, but I don't generally like PvP board games. Not super into PvP stuff. I should have put this on 2. I'm not going to count that as a mistake because I like knew that I should do it and didn't. Yeah, because I'm just collecting cards until the end of the run, and I'm happy with that. I have played Netrunner. Yeah, Netrunner is a good example, isn't it? And I have played that. Let's rest, why not? Infinite seem easier when your cards cost 0. Snyder, tell me more. Lizard Tail seems like fine. Another block potion. I can't afford it. Damn. I could get rid of Hand of Greed now. It would make me sad though. I feel like Hand of Greed deserves to be in the run history screen, right? Kind of conclude and stuff. Can you find any action as a mistake after the point in the run where you've already run one? There are 2 ways to answer that. One is that making a choice that gives you opportunities to lose by making a mistake in the future is actually wrong. So as such, even when you're 100% to win already, there is a correct choice because it's the furthest distance from like misclicks which might make you lose later or something like that. And if you're thinking about it that way, like it is correct to buy Lizard Tail here, because I might accidentally misclick and end my turn in Wrath against an attack for 100 and die. So it is correct to take Lizard Tail, even though it, with correct play, doesn't change my chance of winning the run in any way. The other way of thinking about it is, as long as with correct play you win 100% of the time, it makes absolutely no difference which line you choose. And the truth is probably like somewhere in between those two things. Like, in practice, some compromise between those two ideas is probably what actually is the right way to be playing. It also depends on what already won it means, since you can do things like not play a Persian and die in a run that is already won. Well, yes, that is. I feel like I basically said that though, yeah. That would be an example of making a mistake. So correct play in parenthesis would be trying to make it so it was impossible for you to play a turn where you just forgot to play a Persian and die. Yeah. In that kind of situation. Died. Another way of thinking about it is, like, you have a finite amount of brain power, and spending it thinking about the answer to a question like that is not the right way to spend your brain power to be as good at Slay the Spire as possible. So I guess there are a few ways to answer that question. A variety of competing lines of thought, none of which are really wrong or anything. It's just like different ways to think about it. Is 0 a finite amount? I'll have to ask my mathematicians. Ian said haywire. Not upgrading Tranquility is a mistake. I mean, maybe. It would be possible to argue something like that, and like maybe you'd be right, but who cares? Literally nobody cares. I wonder if this was actually faster. I don't have to kill them with Hand of Greed, do I? It's no longer necessary. It's just like, I wasn't even like registering that I was doing that. It's just lizard brain at this point. We're Browning, thanks for the 56 months. Must Hand of Greed. I do not have Rushdown on play. Good to know. GG. Good deal, us. And that's an even more convincing GG. Yeah, when you distilled chaos, it tries to play the cards, and usually that doesn't work with statuses because they're unplayable. Then medkit makes them playable. So if you do it with medkit, it does play them. When was defect played? It says on the spreadsheet, if you look at exclamation mark mistakes, it has the date on runs. Will I hand upgrade? It's the most damage that any card in my deck deals, so it's not even like... It's not even really styling to deal damage with hand upgrade here. I took it on floor 0, and it was never surpassed by any damage card in the entire run. An easy watch run in the books. Angry raccoon. Should I type 0 or write 0? This looks better.